Hello, sports fans. This is your boy Bawan. Most of you don't know me. I have wrestling reviews I do every week with my boy Jimmy. On Mondays we do Raw, and on Wednesdays I do the other three shows, which are ROH, NXT, and TNA. And again on Thursday we do our SmackDown reviews together. But I'm here today. This is a different page. This is my sports page, and I'm here today. We're going to talk about Major League Baseball, and I'm going to start doing a review on baseball each week and let you keep you up to date what's going on in the world. And then when the football season starts, I'll be giving you reviews on NFL and college as well, my top 25 and the NFL teams, and I will have a preview of what I consider to be my top 5 teams in both college and NFL. I will do that each week after the last game is played. And also, I will start doing NBA basketball when that pops up, and NCAA basketball. So, off to the baseball world. As we know, this is All-Star Week, which starts off with the Home Run Derby tonight. And tomorrow will be the All-Star Game, which everybody knows the winner of the All-Star Game will have home field in the World Series. So, let's start off with how has the first half of the baseball season started off. As we all know, here are the leaders in each division. We have the Yankees, who lead the East, followed by the Angels, who lead the American League West, and the Royals. They also lead the American League Central. And off in the National League, we have the Washington Nationals in first place, St. Louis Cardinals heading their division, and we have the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are in place of their division. Now, if the season was to end today, the wild card race would be looking like we would have the Twins and the Astros as the 2 wild card teams in the American League. We would have the Pirates and the Cubs representing the National League. So, I just want to iterate on how things are faring. My surprise teams, we're going to start on my surprise team in the American League, would be the Houston Astros. A team who lost over 100 games last year. This team has turned around, pretty much led the division throughout most of the year. I'm pretty surprised the team, they only have a game out of first in their division. Now, my disappointing team, I have 2. The Boston Red Sox with all that good hitting they got, and they did get a little good pitching, and the Detroit Tigers. But now the Detroit Tigers are in the slum as they lost their best player, Miguel Cabrera, out for a little while. But Detroit Tigers has been a dominant team in the Central until last year. The Kansas City Royals, they were throwing them, made it to the World Series last year. So those are my surprise teams and disappointing teams in the American League. Now we look at the disappointing teams in the National League. I want to say, really, the most disappointing team is really, to me, would be the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds have a pretty good, decent pitching staff. They have pretty good talent. I don't know. They're not high. Expectations have been kind of low for them this year. I think they're a better ball club than they have been. And my surprise team, I gotta love them, my Chicago Cubs. Now the Cubs, they are a young team in the progress of rebuilding. They signed John Lester, ace, to a big contract, even though his record doesn't indicate the money that they paid him. But overall, these guys have been in games. I mean, they won a lot. They lost a few. They made a couple mistakes, but what you expect from a team who has young, raw potential talent. They got a lot of rookies, young guys playing on there. They have Chris Bryant, who I think might end up winning Rookie of the Year. Addison Russell, who has always been a shortstop but has been playing second base. And we've seen glimpses of people like Kyle Schwarber. But the Cubs have reached the expectations farther than people give them credit to have reached. Right now they are in the second wild card spot. 5.5 games behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. A game up on the Mets. And, can't wait to see what the second half holds for them. They still lacking maybe another starter. So, well, my predictions on the second half, I think the Red Sox, and the Tigers, I think they're gonna try to figure out how to turn it around because they're still in the race. So I think they're gonna make some moves to try to figure this thing out. And as far as the National League race goes, I see the Cubs still hanging in there. Not quite sure if they're going to actually make the playoffs until we see what they're going to do before the trade deadline. Hopefully they can get another starter, maybe. Because, that's what they lack. I mean, the pitching's been superb, pretty much. They starting to come along. Offense is in spurts because they're young, but very talented. So, as for that, I'm just so interested in seeing how the races go the second half. Hoping things should be shaped up to a pretty good second half of the season for baseball fans. And hope to see an exciting All-Star game tomorrow night. Hope the National League wins. My National League guy from the first. Hope to see when these Cubs win the home run derby. Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant both for a minute. Can't wait to see it. But, like I said, the second half starts back up Friday this weekend. And what I'm going to do is, Sunday night maybe, I'll just give you a rundown of the action for the week and keep you posted on how the races are going and if any further news or trades or anything has been going on as far as your favorite teams and all that. Give you all the information I can. And like I said, I'll be doing the same thing when the other season sports starts. But, just looking forward to the second half, so I hope that I can interest people to watching my page, hoping I can give you the best information, hoping that you subscribe, like my page, comment on me, how can I help you make my page better, and what can I do to improve my page, and hopefully that you will be satisfied with the results. I mean, now my predictions might not be the same as yours, but before I go, I want to give you my top 5 teams, who I think the best 5 teams as far as the first half goes in each league. I'm gonna start off with National League. I think the top 5 teams, of course, is the St. Louis Cardinals at number 1. Then I think the second best team to me is the Los Angeles Dodgers, followed by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Then the Washington Nationals, who I think should be a better team with that pitcher staff they got. I think they should be the number 1 team in the National League, but the St. Louis Cardinals has been the team to beat. And the 5th best team, I got to say, the Chicago Cubs for right now. So, each week I give you my prediction on those. It's going to change from week to week depending on how they're faring, who their opponents are, how they did for that week. Now we're off to the American League. With the American League, it's no surprise. The young and talented former World Series team, Kansas City Royals, followed by, I still think, the Houston Astros, surprise team. Then we got the Yankees in the 3 team, followed by the Angels and the Tampa Bay Rays. So, some of you might be disappointed because your team didn't make my top 5, but, who knows? As weeks go by, things change. So, until the end, I'll holler at you next weekend. Enjoy the week. Hope you enjoy the All-Star game this week. And until then, I'd like to say peace, and I'm out.